Good
Hello and
morning.
good morning. Good morning sa inyong lahat. Good morning sa'yo, Tristan. How was your weekend? Kwento mo naman
Ah,
kami, kapatid.
masaya yung weekend, Coach. Good morning, everyone. And I hope you had a great weekend. Yeah. Weekend ko, masaya naman, Kapitan RD. We had a hard time. We had a great time spending with family. Yeah. So with Marge, with Elijah. So
Oo.
meron kami pinagkakaabalahan ngayon eh. So nabanggit na natin
Okay.
last time sa last episode yung food station online. So Ah, pinag-uusapan namin kung paano gumawa ng inventory, ng ano,
Oo.
so inventory, sales report, naglinis kami ng ref, naglinis kami ng bahay. So marami. Tsaka service, of course, we attended the service, did our own victory groups, leadership groups. So, yun. So, we spend time with people online. That's what we did.
Okay.
Ikaw, Coach,
Very
kumusta?
good.
How's your weekend?
Well, yung weekend namin was busy kasi nga bukas na kasi si Keg, di ba? So, Friday was a busy day for us. Normally, pagka restaurant leading into a bar, nagpipeak yan, Wednesday, hump day, tapos maakit yan Thursday, Friday, Saturday yung talaga yung height ng mga guests. Kasi, alam mo yung mga tao, pero syempre, they wanna relax, di ba? Outside of the house naman. Kasi, ilang buwan din nasa bahay yung mga tao. No? So, there were really a lot of people, most especially Saturday. So I invited some friends na I have not seen in a long time. Ano lang, imbita lang sa chat. Alam mo yun, nagchat-chat kami minsan or you're on Facebook. Tapos may makikita ko, uy, tagal ko hindi nakita to. So message ko lang siya. Sabi ko, oh, how are you, etc. etc. Barkada to ni Lee J. Si Bodge, kilala ni Lee J yan. Barkada niya yan. So, I just messaged him briefly lang. Sandali lang, minessage ko lang siya. Tapos afterwards, nag-reconnect na kami. Then he came over kasi he lives in Taguig. So, pumunta siya doon. Tapos nagkakwentuhan kami together with another friend, the one who's going to help us with our podcast naman. So, mga kapatid, abangan nyo po yung Practical Leadership Online Podcast. Marami na kaming
Yes.
mga platforms na papasukan. So yun, they came over, kwentuhan kami. And then Sunday naman, kahapon, yan, sina Ferdy, sina Ched, pumunta doon for lunch. So maraming salamat sa suporta, mga kapatid. And then nung gabi naman, yung niece ko, yung friends nila came over for. So it's kind of busy for us. Para rin kaming simbahan, kahit linggo nagtatrabaho.
Oo nga, Coach.
Yun.
Dapat bibisita kami today. Nabanggit ko yun.
Oo.
So, sabi niyo, rest day niyo pala pag Monday. Kaya sabi ko
Yes,
sa inyo sa
yes.
message, para rin pa nga kayong pastor, pahinga kayo pag Monday.
Oo. Yun. So, yeah. So, we take a break on Monday. Also, the staff, syempre, di ba, kailangan, hindi naman pwedeng, kahit dole, sabi, di ba, kailangan one day magpahinga. So, Monday, we chose Monday. Kasi Monday is a low day for restaurants. So, Tuesday na ang balik namin. Yan yung aming first day of the week. So, we're open Tuesday to Sunday from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Yeah. So, Tuesday, pupunta ka, di ba? Magla-lunch pa kayo doon? Yun.
Tomorrow, visit kami ni Marge.
Correct. Yeah. So, andun kami.
Yeah.
Pati naman ang ibang mga kasama natin. Ito, sabihin
Yes.
natin si King. Isa pang hari ito. Bukod sa King Reyes natin, meron tayong kasama na si King Lucero. Yan, from Alabang. Yan,
Good
Monday
morning.
na Monday.
Good
Go.
morning.
Sige.
Yan, sabi niya, Monday na Monday. Monday na Monday, ito ang tamang usapang PLO.
Yan.
Thank you for joining.
Yeah, thank you for joining. Yes. Oh, tapos ito pa, meron pa. Oh, go.
Yan. Hi, Sharon. So, si Sharon sabi niya, oh, Gerald, good morning. Kumusta? So, yan. Thank you, Gerald, for also watching with us yan, this morning. Okay, good morning again,
Oo.
Sharon.
At isa pa, sa mga bati. Yan.
Ayan, at hindi ko mabanggit ang kanyang Mandarin name. So, good morning din sa'yo. Yan. Thank you for joining us this morning. Yan. Pangarap kong
Yes.
matutunan yan. Korean ba yan or Mandarin? So,
I think
pangarap
it's
kong matutunan
Korean.
Oo nga eh.
Parang Korean yan. Kakailangan mo yan kasi madalas kang lalabas next year. Di ba?
Oo.
Part of missions. O, yan. Patay kang lalabas. So, kailangan mong malaman lahat yan. Oo.
So, kailangan lang ng time, Coach RD, to really sit down and learn new things. Yan. Adapt to the new normal.
Correct. Speaking of learning, what is something new that you learned this weekend? Yan. What is something new that you learned this weekend? Pati yung mga kasama natin, yung 12 million viewers natin, let us know what is something new that you learned this weekend. Kasi sinasabi nila, in terms of learning, hindi ko alam sa iyo, Tristan, pero ako kasi mahilig pa rin ako magsulat eh. Yung kahit planner ko, old school pa rin ako eh. Although, of course, we have Google, di ba? We have Google Calendars, we have Outlook, we have our phones, di ba? Ito, yung mga telepono. Importante pa rin, ako feeling ko, importante pa rin yung don't lose the discipline of writing things down. Alam mo kung bakit? Yan na. Turo tayo ng konti, ha? Para kay Zar de Ramos na nakikinig ngayon. With us, yan. So, Zar, para sa iyo, para kay na Sharon, kay King, kay Juan, na nakikinig galing Cebu, good morning to you. Sabi nila, three things happen when you write things down. Okay? So, number one, first thing that happens when you write things down is you retain the information twice as fast as those people who don't write things down. Tanong mo sa akin bakit?
Bakit?
Tanong mo.
Dahil.
Dahil.
Write it down, ha? Baka
Sulat mo. Number one, dahil when you write things down, you involve a lot of the five senses. May principle in learning kasi which is called if maximum involvement equals maximum retention. Meaning, kung gusto mo ma-retain lahat ng natutunan mo, whether on news or you're watching something on YouTube or TED Talk or even Netflix, diba? Nanonood ka ng documentary sa Netflix, maganda may konting pad ka dun sa katabi mo or ballpen or kunwari at night, hindi ka makatulog, tapos something pops in your head, importante, isulat mo na. Okay? Bakit? Dahil maximum involvement equals maximum retention. When you involve most of the five senses, what's the five senses? Sense of sight, sense of smell, sense of hearing, di ba? Sense of taste, and then sense of touch. Pakiramdam. When you involve a lot of the five senses, you retain the information. So, pag sinulat mo, di ba, you can feel what you're writing. Nararamdaman mo eh. You can see what you're writing. Tama? You can see what you're writing. Yung iba nga, when they start writing, minamumble nila in their mouth kung ano yung sinusulat nila. So for example, Tristan will go to Keg on Tuesday. Minsan yung namumble nila di ba? So, they're echoing it to themselves. So when you write things down, the first thing that happens is you retain the information twice as much. Kumbaga, hindi lang sa RAM, random access memory, pero pati sa hard drive nisa-store mo yan. Second, in relation to that, second thing that happens when you write things down is you store the information for a future date. Okay. Kasi tandaan natin we all remember things in terms of images. Di ba? Hindi ko alam kung nangyari sa iyo yun eh. Nagsusulat na si Tristan, no? Hindi ko
Ayan,
alam
nagano.
kung hindi ko alam kung nangyari na sa iyon, Boots at saka Sharon. Kasi yung mga tipong pagka yung meron kang gustong matandaan na information or yung nasulat mo, minsan iniisip mo alam ko yun nasulat ko yun dun sa baba ng notebook ko or nung planner ko dun sa may kanan, binilugan ko pa nga yun hina-highlight ko pa nga yun diba? So, remember, we think in terms of images. We always recall things in terms of images. So, when you write things down, klarong-klaro yun. Nakikita mo yun. Pag binalik mo yung information na yun, you always think first in terms of the image of how and where you wrote it. And then, you think of the actual things that you wrote. Nagzi-zero in siya from the general to the specific. Diba? The third thing, kaya importante sa mga nag-homeschool. Yan, yung mga nag-homeschool ng mga anak, katulad ni Abby, yan, nag-homeschool ang mga anak niyan, diba? Kailangan, don't lose the art of writing. Si Javi, ganun yung 13-year-old namin. Before I go to number 3, yung 13-year-old namin. Kasi nakikita ko ako kasi very particular ako sa penmanship. Kasi hindi ko alam sa inyo dati, Tristan, sa amin, sa high school, grade school, meron yung Palmer method, yung gagawa ka ng circle, 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 gagawa ka ng sharp, 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 sharp. Because it's all part of cursive. So, kasi nga, ang mga bata ngayon, masyado ng tactile, masyado ng keyboard, mouse, touchscreen. Minsan nawawala na yung art of writing. So kami, we still... Correct. Tinatouch na hindi naman talaga touchscreen. Ginagano kasi sobrang sanay na tayo sa gadget. Ang mga bata, ganun din. Sanay na sila sa gadget. Pero when you write things down, like my second daughter, si Patricia, yun, nagre-reviewer pa yun, nag-notes pa yun. Kasi, ganun sila sa med school Tinuturuan sila talaga on how to note-take. Yan yung medical transcription. Di ba, kailangan nakasulat lahat yan Diba? So, importante rin yung sa mga bata natin na nag-aano sila, they still practice the art of writing. Whether block letters or cursive or script, as they call it. Diba? So, tatay ko, arkitekto pa, di ba? So, talagang very particular siya about penmanship. So, it's not a lost art. In fact, Steve Jobs. Di ba? Kaya may mga font sa Mac na hindi nawala sa PC dahil calligraphy yung kanyang favorite subject sa college. So, very particular siya about font, very particular siya about writing. So, importante yan. So, number 1, what's the first? In review. Sige nga, first, in review. The first thing that happens when you write things down is you remember the information twice as much as those people who don't write things down. Yung mga ganun lang, yung mga, sige, magsalita ka lang dyan. Auditory kasi ako hindi ako. So, gusto ko narinig ko lang. Hindi, importante you write things down. Second thing that happens when you write things down is you are able to store the information for a future date. Kasi and even if you forget the information for the meantime, alam mong naka-store siya. It's stored somewhere, either in a notebook or in your phone, diba? Or in your laptop. Importante lang, it's stored. Now, the third thing that happens when you write things down is this. Sabi ni Abby, bati mo na tayo. That's how I memorized in college. Yan. Writing, saying, picturing the notes. Yes, I do it in the morning too. Very good. Oo. Taught the technique to Ava too. May follow pa siya. Okay, So, yan. Si Abby rin, yung ating sponsor ng ating Root to Go. In 3 variants. Jolt, smooth, and focus. Yan. So, ngayon, jolt muna kasi kailangan magising. Okay. Meron pa bago. Basahin natin. Sige, Tristan. Ang sabi ni King.
Yan. Sabi ni King, hindi lang sa mind coach RD Abelio, when you mumble the words that you are writing on paper, you are writing it also deep within your heart. Like that.
Wow!
Ah,
Talaga nga
like that.
naman.
Maganda yan. Lalo na
Deep
kapag
in the... Oh.
scripture memorization. Yan, maganda yung ganyan.
Yan. Oo. O kaya yung wala na no? Nawala na there's a lost art of letter writing. Di ba?
Mm.
Wala na. I remember, wala pa tayo sa pangatlo Hindi ko pa nakakalimutan yon. I remember, pumunta kami sa sa house ng mother-in-law ko. Maybe 3 Sundays ago. Tapos, paglabas ng mother-in-law ko, sabi niya, "O yan, Vera, pak, may nilabas siyang box. O yan, Vera." Sabi ni Vera, "Ano to, ma?" Pagbukas ni Vera, it was all our letters that we wrote to each other
Wow.
when we're still engaged. Grabe. Yung, that was so meaningful. Tapos may mga pictures kami doon. Grabe. So, inuwi ka agad ni Vera. Sabi, tatago ko. Kasi, di ba, iba yung nakita mo yung penmanship nung at that time nung boyfriend mo or girlfriend mo or fiancé mo Tapos alam mong people really took time, di ba? I really took time to write her letters or kahit a note lang. And I remember even when I would travel, married na kami noon. When I would travel and then hindi siya makakasama, she would leave a note she would pack something in my bag. Ako kasi I pack my own bags. Kasi that's a safety diba? That's a safety tip for travelers. You pack your own bags kasi hindi mo alam kung ano yung pinapack ng ibang tao sa bag mo. So, but I would pack my own bags. Tapos mayroon siyang isisingit. Pag siningit niya ng ganon, when I open it, whatever, where it's a t-shirt that I forgot to pack, ipapack niya. Pagbukas mo ng t-shirt, may note doon. Kaya, diba, it's nice to write things down. So, don't lose the art of note-taking or writing. Okay. Pangatlo na. Sabi ni Paul, mamaya, to Paul, para sa'yo. Pangatlo to para sa'yo. So the third thing that happens when you write things down is you free your mind.
Yan ang pinaka.
That's in relation to number 2, di ba? Because when you write things down and you store it for a future date, pwede mo na siyang kalimutan for now. In fact, Professor Einstein, there was a story that goes, Professor Einstein, si Albert Einstein, nung nagtuturo siya, meron siyang assistant. Tapos 3 blackboard yan. 3 blackboard pa tawag nun, di ba? 3 blackboard yan. So habang nagtuturo siya, sulat siya ng sulat. Blackboard number 1, sulat siya. Sulat. Tapos blackboard number 2, sulat siya. Sulat lang siya ng sulat. Magle-lecture siya, sulat siya. Pagdating niya sa blackboard 3, si assistant tatayo. Buburahin na niya ngayon si blackboard 1. Buburahin niya. Para babalik si Einstein doon sa blackboard 1. Nung isang beses daw, Tristan, at saka ating mga 15 million viewers na tayo, kapatid. Woohoo! Okay. May istorya daw, nung isang beses, may nagtanong daw kay Professor Einstein. Sabi niya, he asked for a number, I think telephone number, tinanong to test Professor Einstein, tinanong nung estudyante, yung telephone number. Yung ginawa raw ni Einstein, pumunta siya sa table niya, kinuha niya sa bag niya yung directory niya. Di ba dati directory yan, susulat ko yung number Tristan Regulacion, number Mali J. Teves, number, gano'n yun di ba? Tinignan niya yung number niya. Pangalan niya, tinignan niya pa, Albert Einstein, my telephone. Tapos binasa niya yung telephone na, my telephone number is Dati, nung mga panahon na yon, hanggang nung panahon ko, bago pa ng cellphone, unforgivable na hindi mo alam ang telephone number mo. Di ba? Nabutan mo yan, di ba? Rotary. Nabutan mo
Yes.
ba yan? Di ba yung rotary, gano'n? Nung mga telepono natin na gano'n, unforgivable na hindi mo matandaan yung telephone number mo dahil kailangan mo yan for emergency purposes, di ba? Or kung kailangan mo tumawag sa bahay, sabi mo malilate ka pag uwi, kailangan matandaan mo yan Or hingi ka ng permiso sa nanay at tatay mo. O pwede ba akong late na umuwi? And all, no? Pero now kasi, forgivable yon dahil mobile number. In fact, I don't even know the number of my kids, the actual numbers of my kids because it's all stored here. Pero noong panahon na yun, unforgivable yun. So tinanong ng bata, sabi niya, Professor Einstein, I don't understand. Sabi niya, you are the genius of the age. Sabi niya, but you don't know your telephone number? Gumanon siya. Sabi ni Professor Einstein, sabi niya, hindi, it's not that I don't know my telephone number. I know it. It's just that when I write things down, kasi, of course, wala na yung kasi, no? Sabi niya, when I write things down, I free my mind. I free my mind to take in information and to give out information. So, kaya sabi niya, that's part of learning. Part of learning is you write things down so that you can forget that information for now so that you can take in more information. Kaya tingnan mo, yung mga hindi nagno-notes pag sa klase or kahit sa church, diba, pag hindi nagno-notes, yung nakaganon lang, chances are after the first 5 minutes, mga ganun-ganun na yan. Kasi nagkakaroon ng information overload eh. Kung nagkakaroon ng information overload sa utak, so hindi nakakayanan ng utak. Pero pag sinulat mo na yun, o kalimutan mo na yun. Kasi mababalikan mo naman siya. Di ba? Yun yung, ang ginawa lang ng digital is ang ginawa ng technology, it digitalized our learning process. Diba? It digitalized our learning process. In other words, you store stuff in your hard drive, then when you need it, you bring it out on your RAM. Ganon din yung utak natin. May storage tayo na long-term memory and then the short-term memory. So, importante yan for learning. And, as we start the week, importante yan, Monday. Kasi susulat mo na ngayon kung anong kailangan mong gawin for the entire week. Right? And then you prioritize. Ano ba yung kailangan mo sa trabaho, na kailangan mo sa personal, na kailangan mo sa professional. Diba? So, yun yung those are the 3 benefits of learning and writing things down. Panimula pa lang yan, mga kapatid, sa umaga ng Monday. Oo, nasabi ng mga kaibigan natin. Tingnan natin. Ang sabi ni Boots, may sinasabi si Boots eh. Yan. Nasabi niya,
yan, basahin natin. I agree. I still write in my note-taking even when I have a gadget with me. I have to process the info first in my mind and code them into bullet points instead of the entire statement. Yan. Halos pareho kami ni Miss Woods. Bullet points lang. Yan. Sabi naman ni Sir Lex, I have always had deep admiration for students who took notes. I tell them I did so all the time as I had sure lessons to review come exam time. In fact, I even jotted them down professor's jokes. Yan. So tell me, RD, did you take notes in my class then? So coach, nag-take ka ba ng notes during his class?
Hindi. I think I did a few. Kasi kung iba-iba tayo mag-note take, di ba? Ako, I'm like Boots. Bullets. Even in my seminars, if you look at my PowerPoint or if you look at my keynotes, I can do a 1-hour seminar with 4 slides. And it's all just bullets. Why? This is also very important if you're the one teaching. Kasi remember, if you're the one teaching or making the presentation, you don't put statements or paragraphs or things. Kasi I remember this. I attended a seminar in the States, in New Orleans, in American Society for Training and Development. So may plenary session ka, diba? Tapos may breakout sessions yan. 1 week yun, 1 week. So first day, plenary, lahat kami, wow, Jim Collins. After the session, the plenary session, nag-breakout sessions kami. So, pasok ako sa isang session. I went to my class, and then yung speaker, diniliman yung ilaw pa. Tapos, yung sa rostrum niya, yung rostrum niya, isang ilaw lang na nakaganon. Old school talaga. Pero bata pa yung speaker. And then his PowerPoint pa nung ginamit niya. PowerPoint, lahat ng sinasabi niya nakasulat sa PowerPoint. Transcript ang ginawa niya, hindi bullet points. Transcript. So, it was a 45-minute session. After 5 minutes, half of the room left. After the next 10 minutes, only the front row was there. Ganon. Sa mga convention sa abroad, they don't care. If I'm not getting my money's worth, I'll leave. I'll go to another session. Ganon. So, kawawa. Tapos, he was Asian with a strong accent pa, di ba? So, hindi mo na nga maintindihan yung sinasabi niya. Tapos, nakaganon pa. So, importante, for me, bullet points. Because remember, in presentation skills, you are the most powerful audiovisual. The stories that you tell, the anecdotes that you have, the experience that you bring to the table, that's very important. So if you're a professor, go ahead. If you're a professor out there, it's important for you to note that. Bullet points lang, wag transcript. Yes, sir. Mo.
Yes. Naalala ko lang yung sabi mo, Coach, the messenger is the message of the message. So, maganda yun. Kasi nga, your body language, how you say it, diba, the pace you're using when you're speaking. So, that matters also when you speak. So, naalala ko tuloy nung nag-aaral pa ako na Manila paper yung gamit ng presentation. Tapos, copy-paste ko ano yung laman ng libro, yun yung nakasulat. So, yun yung naalala ko habang sinasabi mo yung story na nakita mo. No? So, well, I guess we can evolve. Maganda yun na sinabi nga ni Boots kanina, Coach, na maganda kung bullet points. And that's something I also still learning at this time, how to make presentations interesting in meetings, in preaching, especially, or in delivering keynote messages. Galing.
Sandali, Tristan, may babatiin lang ako. Ate ko to. Sandali, bago yan si Jovita. Bago yan. Yan, ate ko to. Yan, si Ate Sue. Yan. Architect Sue Abelio Gozos. Yan. Take notes, then write notes to review. Yay! Good morning. Sorry, I missed our Zoom last night. Because I was in Keg last night. Sorry, I missed you all. I missed Papa, Mama, you all. So I'll make it up next time. But thanks for watching, ate. Okay. Ano pa sabi ng iba?
Okay, so let's read.
Si Zar. Ano sabi ni Zar?
Hindi ko pa nakikita.
Ito. Lagay ko. Ayan. Ako na.
Yan.
Ikaw na magbasa. Yan.
So, sabi ni Zar, I do write my goals for the year and also write things that I am thankful for the day. Yan. Count your blessings.
Correct. That's why journaling is very important also. Diba?
Yes.
Journaling. You don't have to have a separate journal unless you really want to. Pero kung kunwari, yung planner mo, kasi 6 months, wala kang sinulat sa planner mo. Diba? 6, 7 months. Simula ng March, wala ka na sulat, wala ka na schedule dahil walang trabaho for the most part. So those pages, you can journal there, diba? And then you just file it every year. So yearly nakikita mo kung ano nangyayari, what God is doing in your life, diba? The things that you learned and all. Oh, meron tayong kapatid din na nanonood.
Hey, Doc Mia, good morning.
Good morning,
Doc. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Oo.
Actually, Coach, yung journaling, sobrang, yan yung pinaka-habit na na-develop ko. Dati kasi talaga actual notebooks Kapag sinasabi sa church, take out your notebook. So, madami akong piles of notebook with me. Naundoy lang. So, tinigil ko na pagkatapos ng naundoy. Nag-digital na ako ngayon. So, apps that I use for note-taking, dati Evernote. Ngayon, I'm using Bear. And then Apple Notes, of course. And then if I want to collaborate with people, share my thoughts, I use Google Keep.
Google Keep. Okay.
Google Keep. So, free. Tapos, kung gusto ko na may kasamang picture, meron akong isang separate notebook for reflections talaga, journaling. Kasi gusto ko nga may picture or may video. So I
Yeah.
attach that and then copy-paste my learnings in the video, yung sa mga
Mhm.
books na babasa ko. Then write a mga 200 character essay about what I
Yeah.
learned.
Yeah.
So it's a
Great.
discipline. So yun, yan sa
Mhm.
quiet time, write things
Yeah.
down. So yan. So some of
Mhm.
the things I did naman in the past, so learning.
Yeah.
Yan.
Good.
So
Ang
sabi ni
sabi ni
Sharon,
Sharon?
very useful and useful ang technique in my job. I practice
Mhm.
daily. Yan.
Mhm.
Maganda talaga yung nagsusulat, coach, kasi ayun nga, I like the third part, no? It frees your mind.
Mhm.
So kapag meron akong naisip na thought, my friend is the search button, search of my phone. Eh. So hanapin ko lang sa search ng engine ng note-taking app ko or ng phone or ng
Yeah.
email.
Yeah.
So yan, para mahanap
Galing,
yung
no?
mga learning.
Mhm. Oh, may sagot ang kapatid ko. Yan. Good morning.
Yan.
Miss you too. Oh.
Oh,
Yan. Si Abby, sabi ni Abby, ang ating sponsor for our coffee is
gratefulness jar. Heart, heart. Yan.
yun, maganda yun. Yes. Yung you put notes, 'di ba, that you're grateful for or thankful for. Very good. Nice. Oh.
Si Direk Iko may tsaka si Maria may ganyan din, gratefulness jar.
Oh,
Yan.
nice. Yeah, we
Oo.
should start something like that, no? For the week, 'di ba? What are you grateful for the week, 'di ba? Or what
Yes.
are you expecting God to answer for the week? Ganda yan, ah. Good idea. Thank you so much, Abby. And si
Yan.
Boots. Oh, ito na. Ito na yung mga tanong ni Boots, ha? Ito na yung mga tanong ni Boots. Ay,
Yan. Could
sandali.
you
Sandali.
write? Oh,
Meron lang akong bago natin sagutin si Boots. Meron tayong kasama dito si Jovita uh, ito, Jovita Javier. Sabi niya, yan, nice idea po, Sir RD. Nakakamiss po kayo ni Sir RD Pangilinan magbago tayo. Oh, yes. Oh, I remember. Take down notes na. Yeah, di ba? Change 101. Take down notes na. Dito sa Radio 5. 92.3 News FM. Hindi po ako yung voice talent doon. Hindi po ako yung voice talent doon. Iwanan mo na ang lumang tunog ng AM. Oo. Pero nandito na tayo ngayon, Jovita. Or maybe you can let us know what you want us to call you. Jovi, Vita, your nickname, no? But we're here now every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 8:05 a.m. So if you want a boost of motivation, inspiration, the good news, we take up also some of the headliners, wag lang politika, but we take up some of the headliners and then we take a different look or perspective on the headliners for the week or for the day. So since Monday ngayon, we thought that we would give you some tips that you can use for the week in terms of learning and note taking. No? So balikan natin si Boots.
yeah. Sabi ni Boots, could you write your notes in Filipino or just in the English language? Yan.
Kahit Cebuano, kahit Bisaya, kahit Ilonggo, kung anong feel mo, di ba? It's really up to you. Kasi that's personal to you eh. Yan ang maganda sa note-taking kasi it's personal to you. So minsan mag-bilingual ka, mag-Taglish ka. It's up to you. That's the beauty of note-taking. Kasi kumbaga decoded mo yan eh. Di ba? Naka-encrypt yan for you, for your purposes. No? So whether you're taking notes in school, if you're taking up your masters or you're still in school, wag lang yung syempre if you're going to pass that para sa mga bata, if you're going to pass that, of course, it's either in English or kung AP in Filipino yon. So it's really up to you. It doesn't matter.
Actually, with the technology now, coach, you can write it in English and then put it in translation, and then any language you want. It can be Arabic, Dutch,
Yeah.
Japanese.
Yeah.
Kung gusto mong itago ng konti yung journal mo, no, at hindi agad-agad mababasa, translate it into another language. So, pwede yun.
Oo.
But I personally write it in English kasi kapag Filipino, okay din. Masaya isulat sa Pilipino, kaso ang tagal lang mag-type. So, diba, dahil mahaba yung mga pangungusap, mahaba yung
Correct.
yung paragraph. So, to make it brief, kasi nga, minsan, madaming, nagmamadali ka din, you're trying to catch up with time. So, write it in English. Yun sa akin.
Okay, good.
Yan.
Tapos meron pa dito, may follow-up si Boots. How do you keep your notes now? One notebook and input stuff chronologically, or separate notebooks per topic like training notes, meeting notes, devotion notes, etc.? Good question yan. Ikaw, Tristan, how do you do that?
Ako lahat sa isang notebook lang. Yan. So, work, personal, para isa lang yung paghahanapan ko. So, I name file it depending on the topic. Yan. Tapos, naka-hashtag na lang kung ano yung essence, yung gist nung nino-notes ko. So, when it's about work, Pero pag journal, so I only keep 2 notebooks. Yan. Yung isa yung journal, yung isa pang note-taking for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, pag proofreading, Google Keep.
Me, I just use my planner. That's it. Everything's there. That's why my planner is very private to me. It's very private to me. Everything's there. Including, yan, tinanong ni Zar, are you taking note of your expenses? Yes. That is something that you should take note of, because even the Bible is very explicit about comparing God and money. So the way you manage your money or the way you manage your expenses is really a reflection of your spirituality. Diba? For example, sa expenses mo, nauuna ba yung tithes at saka yung giving before all other expenses? Ninonote mo dapat yan, diba? Kasi that's a measure of how we honor God in our giving, for example, or what you prioritize in terms of your money, your treasure, diba? Where you put your treasure, there your heart will be. Tama ba, Tristan? Where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Diba? So, important to take note of your expenses. Para rin alam mo kung, number one, magkano talaga kinikita mo, magkano ang nagagastos mo, magkano ang kinikita mo, magkano naiipon mo, at saka magkano ginagastos mo. Diba? So, if you have a good amount of savings based on your note-taking, and then you're also able to lower your expenses to live below your means and still, pay for everything, then you have more to put into your savings. But that's a different topic, Zar. Naano mo ako sa pera eh.
Writing, I think writing is one of the, I think, for professionals, maybe I can say a forgotten habit. Kasi kapag masyadong nagmamadali, nakakalimutan yung pagsusulat. It takes time to develop a habit. Yung expenses kasi, coach, parang kailangan talaga tutukan mo eh. Medyo kailangan talaga mindful para lagi kang magsulat.
Right.
Kailangan ma-develop. So, yan.
Agree.
Pero yung coach, yung journal mo, parang phone din yan. Hindi yung pwedeng iwan kung saan-saan kung nandyan nakasulat. Kasi syempre, di ba, nakikita yung mga pang-private lang, sabi mo.
Yeah, that's true. Ang ganda rin sinabi ni Doc Mia. Sabi niya, note-taking is personal. Yan, sinagot ka, Boots. Note-taking is personal. It depends on your style. Notes, graphics, whatever helps you remember and learn. Yes, very good. Kaya, totoo yan, very personal. Kaya kung ano yung mga notebook mo, kung hiwa-hiwalay na notebook o isang notebook lang yan or calendar or planner ginagamit mo to journal or to take down notes, then, keep it very personal to you. Sa akin, laman ng bag ko parati yan. My laptop, my planner, and then maybe another notebook for client meetings. Pero pag minsan client meeting, I still bring my planner. Then I jot down notes there. So, very important. No? Ano pa sabi? Ganda ng mga discussion points natin, ha? Sabi ni Sharon, ito, ha?
Sharon, I use MS OneNote, create a new section per topic, and then subject. Yan, MS1. Maganda nga din yan.
Correct. At sabi ni Abby, tadan, ito para sa finances, di ba? Excel file. Yes. Excel file.
Akala ko Excel is light.
Or if you're using a Mac or an Apple, you can use numbers ba yun?
Numbers.
Kasi meron tayong pages, di ba? Meron tayong numbers. I use numbers. I use numbers for my home budget. So it's always flashed before me every month, and then middle of the month, tinitingnan ko yan, and then end of the month. So I do that always, just so that I know how to manage my money. Then if how much more do you need to earn, how much more do you need to make money? Yeah. Go ahead, please.
Galing. Sa akin naman, app ang gamit ko dyan kapag dating sa finance. So I'm using Home Budget naman, an app. So, lagay mo ng income, expenses. So, yan.
Very good. Ganda ng discussion, ha? Sabi ni Sir Lex, di pa uso text language, ginamit ko na yon to speed up taking down notes. And when I did that, I made sure I still could understand my notes when I go back to them. Or else, they become useless. Yes, correct. Pero wag naman rin natin gagawin yung text language sa email. Hindi rin. Di ba? I always tell people that. Even me, when I message people, kayo, di ba? I always message I never use text language. Kung you hindi see,
where na you, dito na me.
Walang ganon. I always, they know that, sina Tristan know that. Pagka see you, hindi lang see you. It's SEE space YOU. Diba? Kasi, of course, abbreviation, you can do that. Kunwari, Kapitayo, KT na lang sa amin yon. Pero for messages, kasi at the start, nung nauso yung text language, diba? Pag note-taking, nagte-text language, pag nagte-text, text language, dinala sa email. That's no longer professional. So just make sure that may kinalalagyan yung mga text languages. So kaya madalas, 'di ba, I think now people are beginning to understand that. Kaya madalas minsan nag-auto-correct. Kaya pag binasa mo yung message, ano to? Nag-auto-correct pala yung device. So but we should be able to communicate properly. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Mahirap din masanay sa ganun.
Tama. Sabi ni Boots.
Simple spelling, malilito ka na. Sabi ni Boots, during the magbago tayo time, I managed to finish 2 thick notebooks for all the tips discussed by you and Anthony, by you, Coach RD and Anthony. And they continue to serve me as a trainer.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for always taking notes. And, we can still do the same here on Kape Tayo, although mas maikli nga lang yung oras natin. But, we commit to always try to add value to you, our viewers and our followers, all 18 million of you. And, we want to grow a community of people who will always think about and challenge things in the environment, whether that's a headliner, trending topic. Diba? Kasi kailangan natin, we also have to learn to challenge ourselves in the way we think, in the way we see things. So, ito, meron pang sinabi si Doc Mia? Yes, sir.
Yan. I used to get emails for job applications in Jeje. How professional is that? Yan.
Nakakainis, ano? So paano? Alam mo na, hindi mo natatanggapin yung mga ganon. Di ba? Kasi
I
that's
guess
the kind of
evolution yan ng
language they're gonna
language.
bring. Yeah, they're gonna bring that kind of language into your organization. Sa totoo lang. Kung masyado silang sanay sa ganon. Diba?
Mm.
Ano pa sabi ni Lex?
Yan,
Lex Ray.
agree. Ako, auto shift to proper spelling pag correspondences and formal communication. Yan, magaling. Okay din yan, Sir Lex. Kasi nga, Coach, kapag hindi you're not mindful, diba? Some of your closest friends will actually correct you. Parang mali yata yung spelling mo, diba? Parang mali yata yung gamit mo niyan. Eh, kapag meron kang proper spelling, diba? It communicates also who you are, how diligent you are in words, things like that.
Oo, si Juvie. Sabi ni Juvie. May, yeah. Ang sabi ni Juvie.
I feel you po, ma'am. Medyo luma na mga notebook ko, pero nandun pa din yung thoughts. Pwedeng balik-balikan.
Yeah. Yung sa magbago tayo. Oo. And these things kasi naman are it's always founded on, a lot of the things that we talk about here are founded on scripture, are founded on, the Bible, which is really very timeless. I mean, the things that were taught many, many years ago are so applicable even until today. Diba? So we just learn from the best, who is Jesus, diba? Our example. We learn from the wisdom of God, diba? And then that's what we impart to everybody. Using, of course, our common language today, common thoughts. So that's what we hope to do on KAPE Tayo, even on Practical Leadership Online, and very soon our podcasts. So gusto naming we want to be able to add value to everybody that watches. But good vibes naman. Huwag naman parating negative, parating politika, parating yung namamatay sa COVID. Di ba? Let's take a look at, what is the good that's brought out of all of these. So, yun. So, maraming salamat sa note-taking. And si Abby,
Sabi niya, even the kids agree. Even the kids should practice writing the correct spelling even when texting.
Yes. Oh, very good.
I think ngayon wala nang excuse ngayon kasi dahil sa smartphone, you can actually type the words and sentences and wala nang limit. Dati kasi yung mga old Nokia phones, 150 characters lang kaya you try to squish in as much as words as you want to in a single message. But now, you can actually send multiple messages. And dahil online na, Wi-Fi lang kailangan mo, pwede ka na mag-email sa text pa lang.
Correct.
Sentences, paragraphs, and all.
Yep. Good.
And amen and amen. Sabi ni Sir Lex.
Parang pinapatapos na tayo ni Sir Lex Kasi 8:55 na raw. Sabi niya, magpapasok na kami. Monday na.
Na-enjoy na natin to, Coach.
Oo, grabe. So, pahaba nga tayo ng pahaba ng oras. Alam niyo mga kapatid, 30 minutes show lang talaga dapat to Pero sa ganda ng mga engagement ninyo, sa ganda ng mga pinopost ninyo, kino-comment ninyo, and because of your viewership and engagement to us, pahaba kami ng pahaba. Tama, 8:56 na. So kapatid, magpaalam na muna tayo for today, for Monday. Paalam muna tayo. Any tips for them to start the week?
Yeah, gusto ko yung sinabi mo kanina, Coach. So, write it down. Pero I'd like to add some more ng step back, reflect, and then write. Step back, reflect, and write. Lalo na this week, mas maganda na magsulat tayo to free our mind. And kung okay lang, Coach, I'd like to read this in Habakkuk 2. Yan, sabi sa scripture. Write the vision, make it plain on tablets, so he may run who reads it. So for us, Yan, make it plain on our notebooks or maybe on your digital tablet.
Yeah.
So we may run uh, we may run with it. Yan.
Yeah.
So thank you for
Very
joining
good.
us this Monday. Have a fruitful week for all of us.
Yep.
And Coach
Mm-mm.
Arnie?
Yep. A simple tip: just write down what you need to do for the week. Prioritize it. Kung kasama na rin dyan yung time management. You write things down, what you need to do. Just sulat mo lang sa buong listahan. So, a list of 10 things that you need to do. And then, carefully go through that list again. And then take a look at what do you need to accomplish. That if you do not accomplish within the week, it's going to affect your performance at work, it's going to close your business, or it's going to have further damaging effects. No? So write it down, prioritize, and go do that. And then learn a lot of things on a daily basis. Write things down. Pagka may nakita ka, I remember si Chinky before, early on in his career, he would, if in his dashboard, puro mga post-it notes daw yun. Pag may nakita siya, uy, natutunan siya, susulat niya yun. Tapos didikit niya sa dashboard niya. Then when he goes home, kinukuha niya lahat ng mga post-it na yun. Tapos tina-transcribe niya ulit sa notebook niya. Ganun siya. That's how we learn. So have a paper, pen, or your note, your device ready to take notes. O minsan i-voice mo na lang, chat. So it's something that you learn, something new that you learn for that day. So, mga kapatid, we'll see you all again on Wednesday, 8:05 a.m. Kaya dalawa kami, kaya lima kami, kaya isa lang. Kahit si Tristan lang. Nandyan yan. Pagka Monday, Wednesday, Friday, here on Kape Tayo. Happy week ahead. Have a great week ahead.
Bye. Ayan, Coach.